It is truly an honor to be standing here to speak in front of you today. The last 4 years have been quite the journey, and I wish to celebrate the momentous event today and give thanks to where due. However, I would like to start with a little anecdote from many years ago. I was 7 years old when I had one of the most defining moments of my life. All of the parents of my 3rd grade class were visiting my school and observing the classroom. I slightly panicked when my teacher handed out a quiz on multiplication, because I had not learned how to do it yet. I could not raise my hand to ask for help, because I didn't know how to ask. Having come from the Republic of Korea 1 year earlier, I spoke very little English. So I sat there and thought deeply about that problem. It was 23 multiplied by 24. I then said to myself, wouldn't 23 multiplied by 24 be the same as writing out 24 different times and adding it up? I then proceeded to do this rather tedious process. It took me much longer to solve this problem than the other students in the classroom, but I was able to, perhaps amazingly, obtain the correct answer. When I turned around to hand in my quiz, I realized that my teacher had been waiting for me, watching my entire process. She smiled at me and gave me a nod of approval at my efforts. My parents, who had also been watching the entire process from the back of the classroom, were surprised that a teacher would wait for a student, even if all of the other students were done. They had different learning experiences in Korea, and they praised the teacher, as well as the educational ambience in the classroom. Now, I can say with confidence and with gratitude that the faculty here at ISB has created the same environment of learning as in the anecdote. The faculty always encouraged us and the best efforts of our class and supported us with great patience. Often, teachers stayed after school out of their own time to help us. When we were successful in our endeavors, they gladly congratulated us. When we failed, they were there to encourage us not to give up. But most importantly, perhaps, the faculty here at ISB encouraged us to reach higher and believed in us. They pushed us to try things just a little too difficult for us and told us to dream big. I would also like to thank the class of 2011, whose mix of humor with an attitude of acceptance and understanding for each other made such a positive learning environment possible. This is not to say that there were no tense moments, but I believe that the good times we had and the honey badger outweigh all of the other things. Finally, I would like to thank the parents of the class of 2011, who not only provided us with free room and board, but for many years, they also never left our sides. And now, our class is at a point in which we take all of these things that have been done for us into mind and take responsibility. For this monumental step, I have words of advice from perhaps the greatest philosopher of the 20th century, Dr. Seuss. You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the guy who'll decide where to go.